Hey you guys, it's Anita, and in today's video, I have a pattern review for you. I'm gonna be reviewing Mccall'S 8035. It's this cute little comfortable dress, and it is beginner friendly. So I'm gonna be sharing my thoughts about the pattern. I'm gonna talk to you about the fabric options, and I'll show you all of the notions that I used to sew my dress. And of course, at the end, I'll give you a little fashion show so that you can see what the dress looks like on the body. And heads up, if you like the dress after watching the pattern review, then stay tuned because I have a sew along for you, and that's coming up in the next video. So let's jump right in and get started. Okay, so here's the pattern, and I'm on the somethingdelightful.com website. This is the front of the envelope, and you can see that there are 3 different views to choose from. View A is a shorter version with the wrap front bodice, elastic waist, a little peplum, the loose skirt, and then the tulip sleeve. View B is also a shorter version with the wrap front bodice, elastic waist. You have the puff sleeve on this one, and then the skirt has 2 layers separated by a row of ruffles. And then view C is a maxi length, it's ankle length. It has the wrap bodice, elastic waist, the puff sleeve, and then the slit on one side. This is the version that I sewed, and this is the one that I will be demonstrating in the sew along. Okay, now let's take a look at the fabric suggestions on the back of the envelope. So they are recommending interlock, crepe, challis, and georgette. Now I used a bubble gauze, which is a 100% cotton fabric, and what I liked about using this fabric is the nice puffy effect that it gave on the sleeve. So you can see here how puffy the sleeve is after I inserted the elastic at the end. Now for notions, they are recommending 3/4 inch elastic, and that would be for the waist, and then 3/8 inch elastic for the sleeves on views B and C. Now, just a heads up, I used the 3/8 inch elastic for my waist because my casing wasn't large enough to fit the 3/4 inch elastic. Yours may work out and be just fine, but if not, it's okay to use a smaller elastic for your waist. And now for the sizing. I cut a medium for my dress, and it's a good fit. I didn't have to make any alterations to the pattern. Make sure that you check the finished garment measurements on the front pattern pieces before you cut your garment to make sure that you're getting the size that you want. So it's a good fit, and I didn't have any issues with that. Now, as far as the instruction sheet, so here you see all of the different views, the front and the back. So there are 13 pieces included, 13 pattern pieces included with the pattern. So for the view that I made, view C, I used pieces 1 through 4, then 7 through 9. Piece 12 is a guide for the elastic. I didn't use that, but if you need to, you can use it to measure the elastic for the waist. Okay, and then as far as the instructions, they were very easy to read. Again, this is a beginner level pattern, so the instructions are straightforward. The illustrations are nice and clear, easy to follow along. So if you are a beginner, you shouldn't have any issues sewing this pattern following the instructions. Now, if you will be following along with me in the sew along, then I will be walking you through all of the steps. Okay, so here is the bubble gauze fabric that I used. It is a lightweight fabric, so I chose a lightweight interfacing for the facings on the dress. Now, make sure that whichever weight fabric that you use for your dress, you're choosing the same weight interfacing, okay? And if you will be sewing your dress with a knit fabric, I highly recommend cutting strips to stabilize the hem area on your dress so that you don't get that wavy look when you sew your hem in. Okay, and of course you're going to use it to stabilize your facings on the dress. Again, I used 3/8 inch wide elastic for my waist and the sleeves, and I purchased my elastics from wawac.com now. I actually purchased just about all of my notions from Wawac. And what I really love about the company is that they have just about anything that you will need for your sewing projects, and they are very affordable, and you can buy in bulk. So I have lots of elastic in all different sizes. I get all of my zippers there and a lot of other items. So I purchase your elastic, and then for my fabric, I used a size 12 universal needle. You will need to choose the needle based on the type of fabric that you're using. And then for thread, I used a all-purpose polyester thread. Well, that's it for the pattern review, but if you are interested in sewing this dress and you want to sew along with me, then stay tuned for the next video where I will be walking you through the process of sewing the dress. So go ahead and grab your pattern and fabric, all of your notions, and if you want to stay organized while sewing your pattern, I have a sewing project checklist that you can grab. It's in the description box below. Just click on the link that says Sewing Project Checklist so that you can get everything in order so that you can be prepared when we get ready to sew this dress. Now, if you don't know how to sew yet, if you have never touched a sewing machine before and you would like to learn how to sew, I have an online sewing course called Learn to Sew, Mastering the Basics, where I walk new beginners, those who have never touched a sewing machine before, through the entire process of learning how to sew your own garments, step by step with lots of details. If you like what you see here on YouTube, then you will love my sewing course. So if that is you, if you're interested in learning how to sew, click the link in the description box below this video called Learn to Sew, and that will take you to the course page, and then you can enroll and get started on your journey. It is a self-paced course. You work at your own pace, in your own time, and you have 12 months from the time that you enroll to complete the course. All right? If you have enjoyed this video, make sure you click the like button down below, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.